All right, brother. Welcome to A4M.
Good to be here.
Yeah, so just do a quick intro for us here.
Sure. My name is Jason Earle. I'm the founder and CEO of Got Mold. We're the at-home test kit solution company.
Yep.
So yeah, we help people make better decisions about the air they breathe.
We're going to talk about your 3 health tips for 2025. But before we do so, I want to personally acknowledge and thank you for the work that you're doing. You were very helpful to someone on my team who had a very serious mold problem, also to my sister. And you're just genuine and making sure people are getting accurate information and they're not getting taken advantage of.
Thank you.
And that is just fucking awesome.
Yeah,
so,
well, I appreciate you saying so. And
I just want to go on the record and put that out there.
It means the world to me coming from
high
you.
integrity, Jason.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I think this is an area where, unfortunately, this industry is filled with the lack thereof.
Yep.
And so I think I may be overcompensating or compensating for that.
Yeah.
But the idea is, our goal has always been, the North Star for us is to build the most trustworthy brand in the space.
Yeah.
And I think that's a function of integrity.
Yeah.
But it's also not hard to do, considering there aren't any trustworthy brands in the space.
The bar's low, as they say.
But thank you for acknowledging that. It means a lot. And also, I have a strong affinity for your family and for your team, too.
Well, without further ado, tell us your top 3 tips for 2025 based on your field of expertise.
Sure. Well, mold grows quickly. And so that's one of the things that always surprises people when I tell them that they have basically 48 hours from a water event to really get it straight. So I say, in the shortest, sweetest way, if you see something, smell something, or feel something, do something. And do it quickly, because A, it will be less expensive to fix.
Yep.
You'll have less exposure, which means less health risk.
Yep.
And also, at the 3-day mark, if you have an insurable event, a water damage event, at the 3-day mark, it is no longer insurable. So there's a lot of motivations behind acting quickly when it comes to a moisture event.
Okay, so that's a good one. See something, smell something, do something.
Feel something also,
something.
right? So that means symptoms. So
symptoms.
So if you see something,
see something, smell something,
evidence,
feel something.
Right? Smell something is that musty
Headaches,
odor.
difficulty sleeping, nosebleeds.
Fatigue. Headaches, nausea, dizziness, fatigue, difficulty concentrating, any sort of like spike in autoimmune conditions, sudden inflammation, muscle soreness. There's just a million different symptoms that pop up, but generally speaking, mold does a really good job of bringing out latent symptom profiles.
Okay, that's a good one. Number 2.
Number 2 is stop bringing bad stuff into your house. So we live in very tight buildings now to save energy. And what that means is that we end up breathing the same air 13 to 15 times a minute, which is 20,000 times a day. And because we have very little air exchange, whatever you bring in your house, essentially just assume that you're going to be inhaling it. So that means cleaning products, fragrances, personal care products. Just get the fragrances out of your life. These are not just unhealthy in terms of their carcinogenic capacity, but there's evidence that they will alter you epigenetically. Okay,
makes sense.
So it's a big deal. So don't stop bringing bad stuff into your house.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And number 3.
Well, it sounds easy, but it's actually probably, you got to be mindful of it. You got to have the awareness.
You do. And I think most people here and most people who would be listening to this are the type of people that pick up a product off the shelf in the grocery store and they turn it around and they look at the ingredients.
Yep.
And what I'm suggesting you do is do the same thing with the materials and the products that you bring into your home that are not food-based.
Yep.
So what I suggest people do is get your house clean. Make sure you're monitoring moisture and all that stuff, but get it clean using HEPA vacuums and HEPA filters and do all that stuff. That's important, right? You want to keep your house clean. You want to keep it dry, but you also need to realize that a lot of the problems we're having right now come from a disconnection from nature. We've separated ourselves completely in these hermetically sealed buildings. We have rubber on the bottom of our feet. We sanitize our vegetables, so we need to open the windows whenever possible. We need to get outside and get that morning light. You don't need a red light bed as much as you need sunlight.
Yep.
We need to take your shoes off and get out there and grounding. There's 22 peer-reviewed studies on grounding in terms of a notable reduction in inflammation. And so most people come to us because they're dealing with some sort of inflammatory condition. Oftentimes they want a pill, potion, or a powder to fix it. And what I'm suggesting is that there's other things you can do, which is to reduce that barrier between us and nature, right? Get your house clean, get it straight in order, but then get back out and enjoy.
Take your feet in the sand, get your hands in the dirt.
Absolutely.
Be out there under the natural full spectrum sunlight.
Absolutely. Whenever possible.
Okay. Was that 3?
That's 3.
Okay, so we've got see something, smell something, feel something.
Yes.
Take action immediately. And then be mindful of what you're bringing in your home, the products. that you're bringing into your home. And then the third one is get outside and just break down that artificial barrier between our living environment and our natural the natural environment. Just spend more time outdoors. And if people do need your expertise, Jason, how do they find you?
Gotmold.com.
Boom. Right, man. Great to see you.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks.